We have, is it Sabien or Sabien in Texas? Pronouns are he, him.
It's with an S, Sabien.
Yep. Okay. It says here that you said if free will doesn't exist, why is it fair to judge whether or not someone is religious? Right?
Interesting.
Yeah, essentially. So I'm a neurological determinist, a la Sam Harris.
So here's the thing. I can answer this really quickly because we're short on time. Does my car have free will?
No.
Okay. Whether or not humans have free will, we'll just set that aside. My car definitely, we can agree, does not have free will. If my car is not functioning properly, is it fair for me to point that out and try to get it fixed?
Yes.
Then there's your answer.
Well, I understand that point. I mean, I'm an atheist as well, but I guess my argument would be that, looking at punishment, for example, it's hard to universalize the notion of free will because, the notion of retribution and punishment would also have to be thrown out the window. Our justice system would have to be.
No, why would it?
Among others.
I'm fine with throwing punishment, retribution, and vengeance out the window. That doesn't mean you throw justice out the window. That doesn't mean you don't hold people responsible. It's not like the fact that you didn't simply choose through free will or even as a simple choice your beliefs doesn't mean that you are not the agent that needs to be held responsible for the consequences of those beliefs.
That is, I agree.
I'm in favor of stopping.
If we went down that same road, yeah. Well, my question was, it's not really fair for us as just people to really argue and kind of punish people who are religious.
How are we
punishing people who are, that's my question. Yeah. Like, how are we punishing people who are religious by disagreeing
Shannon
with them?
and I are thinking the exact same thing, and I just got it out quicker. How the fuck are we punishing people who are religious? If anything, but we're not advocating that either. I don't even make outgoing calls here. I only talk to people.
Maybe punishment is too severe a word.
Are you talking about judgment? Criticism.
Yeah, judgment, severe criticism, anything.
So are you suggesting that because we don't have free will that entails a suspension of cognition? Because judgments is something that happens internally. So not having free will doesn't negate the ability to think about things. So, or are you talking about how that leads to actions? Like, are you talking about the outcome or the thoughts?
I don't know. I guess I joined the argument that it's not really fair for us to punish or ostracize individuals for their actions according to if free will didn't exist.
Any actions? Any actions. So really murder, all of the actions.
We're past time. We're over time. I'm gonna resolve this all really quickly.
Do it.
Sabien, do you think we have free will?
No.
Okay. Are you arguing that it is unfair to judge people for their beliefs and actions?
Yes.
Then stop judging me for judging people. I gotta go. I don't mean for it to be that glib, but we're out of time. Call back again.
Yeah,
we can talk about it another time, but that is the recursive regression that's going to take place as soon as you say that's the case. And it's derived from something somebody else once said in a free will argument, which is, you believe that I don't have free will? Well, then stop blaming me for believing I do.
That's also the paradox of tolerance, though, which I'm not a big fan of. So,
you know what we should do?
I don't know. I'd like to explore that more because you could lean into it and land on the paradox of tolerance and feel as though they're equivalent. And I don't think they are. And there must be a reason that's more logical than that argument that they aren't, right?
Yeah. I think this is something you and I should perhaps dig in on sometime in the next few weeks, maybe on this program or one of our other programs, because I've been missing you and it's so good to have you back and doing stuff again.